What do you think is wrong with this video? Or this?
Gonna wish we never met on the day I leave.
Or this one?
That shit's embarrassing. You were my everything.
This all a big lie. While other vocalists listen to this perfect singing, their self-esteem is falling to the bottom and breaking through it. But is it true what we hear? And do we really need such ideal voices? In this video, I'll show you how to insert an autotune in your larynx and hear exclusively compliments about your singing. Hi, I'm Dasha and this is Manacabra channel about music, singing and everything connected to it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. I'll give you some time to do that. And done? Alright, let's get it started. I think we've all seen at least one video where someone sings in a such dreamlike voice right in their kitchen or, for example, in a car. And I can explain this perfection. We live in a time of technology that is accessible to literally anyone, from a school student with a laptop to some professional recording studio. And if you think I'm talking about an autotune, then you're not far from the truth. Do you remember Cher's hit song Believe? It was released back in 1998, and since then the vocal effect she used spread across the music world. You can notice it in hip-hop, R&B, and of course in pop music. So, no wonder this very effect got popular on TikTok, Instagram, well, pretty much among all music bloggers. And because of that, you never know if this person really sings so beautifully or there's something behind it. But to be honest, you can easily tell if a voice was auto-tuned. And it was really common in different music TV shows to auto-tune the participants' voices. Actually, nothing has changed today, but now they can do it more discreetly. Like that, they trick viewers into thinking that those singers from the shows were perfect, especially when they were showing the audience and everyone's like,
"Oh my god, that's amazing. How is it possible to sing so beautifully?"
But soon as you switch off the autotune, the chariot turns into pumpkin. And you can tell the difference right away. Like in the fragment I showed you, we all heard an autotune and then, poof, it's done. And everyone's like, boo, that's awful singer.
Солнце льется прямо с крыш. В потоке солнечного света у киоска ты стоишь.
So I decided to set a little experiment and made a video in my kitchen. I sang just like all those guys from TikTok.
Everybody needs to change. The changes you take up and know. You're the only one who sees the changes you take is so proof.
And we'll do all kinds of things with this little video I have. Usually I work in Logic Pro, where you can find a built-in auto-tune. With this plugin we can change the tone and adjust the speed of changing it, customize how sharply the transitions are, and in general change a lot of stuff like this. The more I move this indicator, the clearer you can hear the effect it creates.
Changes you take is so proof.
What we understand from these manipulations, that sometimes they're too obvious. Of course, if we want the sheer effect in our song, we can easily do the sheer effect. No doubt this was auto-tuned, but surely enough you can also do it in a sneaky way. It's perfectly fine to use this as a part of music production, but you can do an auto-tuning even sneakier, and the key to this is Melodyne. That's a plugin with various kinds of musical manipulations. Melodyne was created by German company Celemony, which specializes in software for digital pitch correction. Back in the old days, we could only use some ordinary editing like splicing that's used in all records. But today, the audio can be almost completely changed and enhanced. All the overtones, different harmonics, and even every little note. That's a top-touch tool for voice fixing. It can help you change literally everything. The notes, intonation, intensity, vibrato, volume, and even rhythm. You can even adjust several audio tracks in the same time. That's a curious feature. Like, yeah, you can take an audio of some band playing or choir singing, put it in this program, and it will distinguish every note, every sound, which you can then adjust and change as you wish. For my honest opinion, this plugin manages the best only one track, so there's no surprises afterwards. And you know, there's plenty of examples of autotune usage. One of them, 4 or 5 years ago, I watched Madonna's live Eurovision performance. I was deeply shocked by her poor tone. But surprise, surprise, when I watched the same performance on the official YouTube channel, guess what? Everything was perfect. Let's spot the difference between the reality and what they wanted to put as the reality. Moreover, absolutely, every official performance that you can find on singers' channels are, without a doubt, went through a musical processing and post-production. And I really love watching unprofessional videos from iPhone. Usually all the concerts which you can find on artists' channel, they're so perfect, they're so balanced. But let's see what captured someone's smartphone during the very same concert. Your guesses. Either the official recording went through the post-production and Melodyne, all the audio tracks from the actual concert were adjusted and fixed. Of course, they can't just record the performance and upload it like that, because the sound would be rough and dull. And of course, they put all the notes on their right places. Or they were slighter than that, they could have recorded the concert, so in case of any unexpected incidents that might happen during the actual performance, they could just place the pre-recorded tracks, fragments, or parts of the concert instead of the messed up ones. Bam! The power of editing. And we have the perfect concert recording. And while others could watch these videos and think, wow, the singers are so cool, I would like to say, wow, the modern technologies are so cool. Because, you know, the raw sound from the microphone is awful. I have a lot of situations when I heard some other voices were recorded just from the concerts in the raw way. So yeah, it's not so good. It's not good. It's not good. It's ugly. Let me introduce you to Melodyne in more details. From the video I prepared for our experimentations, we take out the audio and go to Melodyne. Let it process the track, and now I can do whatever I want. Adjust notes, change the overtone, fix the sound, and after all the manipulations, I get that bright and glossy sound we need. Some time ago, people would do that only with master recordings, the final ones that you can actually listen to in your headphones. But nowadays, you almost can't find a clear song without such processing. No matter whether it's the Arabian Nights, sang in the kitchen or famous singers during their live performances. Because if you listen to a real live, big live concert, you'll hear the actual raw vocal and raw sound, like
Drown out the voices in the air. I'm leaving the ones that never cared. Leave behind your heart and cast away.
yes, it's not perfect, but you can feel that energy. There are even more tricks to hide it. Like when you go to a concert and a sound engineer waves his magic wand and casts an autotune that is plugged right in the singer's microphone. So when they sing, you can hear only their fixed voice from the speakers. Yes, they practice such magic too. And now, let's check the video I made. Here's a comparison to what was initially sung and how it was transformed. Again, two versions of what I could make. The first one is where I recorded my vocals in advance here with this microphone, but pretended that I did it in the kitchen. Then I processed the audio and made it sound like I indeed sang in the kitchen. So I haven't made the perfect glossy sound. In the end, you can hear the artificially made raw sound, just like all those ideal TikTok singers have.
Everybody needs to change. The changes you take up and know. Everybody needs to change. The changes you take up and know. You're the only one who sees the changes you take is so proof. You're the only one who sees the changes you take is so proof.
But well, I have to admit that some of them really try to at least open their mouth properly. And the second version, I really recorded my singing in the kitchen. Yep, right here, on the spot, took out the audio from it, adjusted and then put it back in the video. And like that, my perfect video is done. Let's now compare these two sounds again.
You made me hate this city, and I don't talk shit about you on the internet. Never told anyone anything bad. That shit's embarrassing. You are my everything, and all that you did makes me feel fucking sad. You made me hate this city, and I don't talk shit about you on the internet. Never told anyone anything bad. That shit's embarrassing. You are my everything, and all that you did makes me feel fucking sad.
And this is adjusted version, and I bet you can hear that the sound is juicier and more vivid. That's why many people add some other sound in the background to hide it, like the guy from the car did.
Gonna wish we never met on the day I leave.
But there's always a fly in the ointment, and with the modern technologies, it's that they still can create those emotions we have when we sing. I think not that important to sing perfectly and hit every single note, but to add real emotions to your performance, tell some story, show your soul. Of course, we can find plenty of examples of such singing. Here are some of them.
I said, hey, oh, what's going on? Try my name, so easy to know.
But nowadays, it seems like the musicians got lazier because why bother? There's always sound engineer and professional equipment that can fix anything that's wrong. Why record some parts over and over again when you can save your money and time and just add and correct everything you need during the musical processing? But we forget that if we construct a song this way, like Britney Spears and Max Martin did, you can lose a spark, that special vibe in your creation. Sure, that depends a lot on the style and genre of the music. For example, pop music is more synthetic. Already back in the 90s, it became like that. More repetitive, assembled like a Frankenstein's monster from different parts. And with that, like I said, there's no spark. Something special in the song. And with that, like I said, there's no spark. Something special in the song. There's no soul in it. After all, a truly capturing song is the one with emotions, dynamics, and it even shouldn't be perfect. The Cranberries, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson. They're so talented, but they're not perfect. We can't say that they all sang every of their song perfectly, but they had that special soul in any performance they did. It was raw and it was vivid. And if you listen to the records of some old musicians, old-fashioned musicians, you'll hear that a lot of them are like that. Not ideal. They didn't have modern post-production, only some editing. After all, the tape cost a lot back in the days. So all the manipulations with the record were not advised to save money. So all they could do is use their skills and talents. Thanks to that, their music still touches our hearts. If back there the majority of the success depended on the musicians, today we have slightly different standards and trends in music. But if you're bad in singing, I'm sorry, but no Melodyne or any other program can help you to hide it. Even if you fix every note, use all the plugins possible, it will still be obvious and your singing leaves much to be desired. There's yet no such software to fix the vocal technique. To conclude all that, I want to say two things. First of all, there's no to underestimate yourself to feel down because of some made-up perfections. As I showed you, there are multiple ways to trick everyone into thinking that someone sings perfectly, and you won't even notice it. We can watch a video of some live shows where a vocalist is good-like and think, yes, that can't be staged. That's alive, and that's just amazing. But in reality, nope. Not on TV, not on YouTube or everywhere else on social media. You won't find anywhere a singer that doesn't have a post-production. Modern tendencies force us to make everything as perfect as possible. That glossy sound is very trendy. Every bit of sound, every performance we hear is like it's something out of this world and impossible to replicate. But the reality of that, the majority of the sound was thoroughly processed and corrected. But let's be honest, they won't make us believe that it's real, trick us. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't learn and work on your singing, or all those programs will be as effective as with the performance I just showed you. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you had great time. Subscribe and leave a like. Also, I'd like to read your thoughts on this issue. So don't hesitate and write a comment. And if you have more examples of performances with an obvious auto-tuning or something like that, send them too. Let's discuss it together. Thanks one more. Bye bye!